Yang, 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 yang. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Coach Jones, back up in the gym today, ready to get this work in. It's a cool 35 degrees this morning. That's right. Getting into the deep of bulking season. And on today's docket, we got some phenomenal leg work planned. As you guys know, if you're not trying to hit your legs, you're really not trying to get big. So make sure you hit them legs. We don't skip leg day around here. Now, make sure that you all like the video on the way in. Also, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this working. You already know the vibes. No pre-workout, no problem. Double shot of espresso. Go time, baby! Woo! Okay, so for today's warm-up, we kept it kind of light. We just went with our perfect row warm-up. As you guys know, you all can watch the perfect row warm-up right here. Just click on that link. It'll take you straight to it. Now let's go ahead and get into this work for the day, baby.
Maybe I just told you that so you wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there anyway.
The first movement that we have on today's docket are going to be front squats. Now, of course, we're in bulking season, so we're going to do front squats a little bit differently than how we do them throughout the year. So we'll do a little bit more of a tempoed squat, okay? So it's 1 second down, it's a pause at the bottom, and then it's an explosion up, okay? And we'll reset at the top for every rep, making sure that we get full contraction and full engagement of all of our muscles here. So we'll go for a little bit lower volume here, so we'll go for a set of 6. Again, the emphasis here is time under tension, a little bit more about the time that we're underneath the bar versus how many reps we can get or how fast we can complete the set. So we'll set our feet, elbows high, and we'll go in for 6. Last rep. And there is our set of 6 for front squat. So now we'll head over to our second movement, which will actually be a superset to this front squat. And we will superset those front squats right here with the calf raise machine. So a seated calf raise. Okay, we went a little bit heavier this week than we do on other weeks. Generally, if you really want to build up the calf, you got to use a crap ton of time under tension, okay? So, of course, you want to try to get it heavier with weight, principle of overload, but the emphasis is time under tension with the calf. You got to understand the calf is constantly doing this all day. Whenever you're walking and pushing off, it's constantly getting that raise movement all day throughout the day. So one of the best ways, again, to develop it, number one, is to create a huge stretch and to work a huge eccentric portion of the movement, which of course is that downward loading phase, okay? And then to do higher volume of those movements. So you'll see here, I'll be a little bit slower on the way down, okay? Still getting a pause at the bottom, feeling that stretch, and then we're exploding back up. So we'll go for a set of 12 here. Again, big stretch at the bottom, squeeze it, slow and controlled on the way down. Big squeeze at the top. There's halfway through. Last two. And there it is. Our set of 12 calf raises that we superset with our front squat. We'll do a few more sets in between these two movements. Then we'll head on over to our second superset of the day. Now for our next superset of the day, we're gonna start right here with the Smith machine, doing Smith machine RDLs. So similar to what I told you guys about our upper body day and using the machines and not having our muscles have to worry about stabilizing the weight. That's the reason why we're doing it on the Smith machine here today. The other part is because we want to work a deficit. So right now I have a box here. It's elevated about 12 inches. So I have a 12-inch deficit to the floor here, which means I'm going to be able to get a deeper stretch into my hamstring, which means greater range of motion. Greater range of motion means greater gains for us. So like I said, we'll go ahead and get set here. Our feet are on the box, okay? Thighs are on the bar, touching it. At the starting position, we're gonna go ahead and hook our grip. As you guys see, my head barely clears here, so we got just enough room for our head to clear, and then we're gonna work a big stretch in our hamstring here. So same thing as the rest of the day. We're gonna keep it tempoed on the way down and exploding up. So nice and controlled, big hamstring stretch, and then exploding up. And we're gonna go for 12. There's 6. Three more. Last 2. There's our set of 12 with the Smith machine for the RDL. Now we'll head on over to the movement that we'll superset this with. Now here we have one of my favorite machines for hamstring development, hamstring growth, thickness, and overall strength, and that is our GHR machine, a glute ham raise machine. So our RDLs, we were able to hit the hamstring from a position that hinged at the hips. Here, we'll be able to hit the hamstring from a position that hinges at the knee. So our RDL, we hit the upper portion of the hamstring, a little bit more upper portion of the hamstring focus. And then for our GHR, okay, it'll be a little bit more lower hamstring focused, okay? So we'll get ourselves set here. Make sure that, again, your knees are on the pad. You don't really want your knees to be floating below the pad. Otherwise, when you get to the top here, you'll probably just fall through the machine here. So make sure that your heels are touching the heel pad here. And then we're gonna go for 10 reps of glute ham raises, okay? Big contraction through our hamstring, keeping tension on it the entire way. Nice and controlled. Halfway through. Two more. Here we go, strong finish. And there we have it, our set of GHRs. So we'll do a few more sets in between our RDLs, our glute ham raises, and then we'll head to our final superset of the day, which will actually be a 3-exercise cluster. To start this final cluster,
we will work a hamstring movement again, focusing on that hip hinge portion, so the upper portion of our hamstring here, with our cable rope pull throughs. Okay, so weight's heavy, but we're going to go high volume here. Okay, we're just trying to pump as much blood as we can into the hamstring glute region to finish this off and to get a really nice pump for the end of this workout. So again, we're going to go a little bit higher in volume, so we're going to go for a set of 15 here. Big squeeze at the top, nice big stretch at the bottom, big squeeze at the top. First 5 in. Here we go, last 5. There's our set of 15 for our cable rope pull-throughs. And now we'll head on over to our second exercise within this cluster. Now the second movement within this cluster will take place right here with the physio ball. So with the cable pull-throughs, we've already focused a little bit more, again, on that upper part of the hamstring, hinging at the hips. Okay, so now we're focusing again on that lower part of the hamstring, and now we're hinging at the knee. So here we're going to do physio ball hamstring curls. Now, the way I like to get this set up is I like to dig my heels into the ball here with my knees at 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to flex our toes up. Okay, and our hips are going to be at 90 degrees as well. We're digging our heels into the ball. Once we feel like we're in a solid position, okay, we will lift our hips up, creating a straight line from our knee to our armpit. So we're here, and then we're extending and curling. Extending and curling. And we're going to go for 10. And there's our set of 10 for the hamstring curl, physio ball hamstring curl. So let's head on over to our last exercise within this cluster and the last exercise for the day. Now the last exercise within this final cluster is one of my favorite exercises to finish off leg day with. It is a strength, mobility, and balance exercise all in one, and they are heel drops. Okay, so heel drops will do from a platform elevated no more than 12 inches generally. I believe this one's right around 10 inches. Okay, so I'll start with 1 foot on the box here, and all I'm trying to do is keep my hips level. Okay, so I don't want that hip to drop here, but I want to sink my hips and touch my left heel to the ground. So I'm going straight down. As soon as that heel touches, I'm back up, nice and controlled. Okay, and we're going to go for 8 on each leg. Now, as I'm doing these, I want to try to keep my feet in line with each other. I don't want my left foot traveling forward or backwards here. I want it traveling straight down. Here we go, last 3. And our last one. Keep that core tight for balance. And there's 8 on our right. Now we'll go 8 on our left. Okay, so same thing here. Foot is on, okay. Hips are nice and level, core is nice and tight. And what I'm focused on doing is dropping that right heel straight down, touching it, then we're back up. Nice and controlled. Keep that core tight for balance. Halfway through, 4 more. Last 2, nice and controlled. And here's our last one. There it is. Okay, so we'll do 3 sets of this final cluster, and we're good to go for the day.
Another blessed day, another absolutely wonderful lift. As you guys saw from the thumbnail, we got a crazy leg pump going. Feeling good, feeling great, ready to get all the way into bulking season, man. I'm so excited for the gains that we're gonna see, for the strength gains that we'll see, the size gains that we'll see, getting into the rest of bulking season. Now, if you didn't on the way in, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, make sure that you guys like the video on the way out. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you can get all the latest updates on videos when I post them and new goals when I create them. Now, if you want the full-length version of today's workout, head on over to my Patreon where you can access all of the full-length versions of the workouts I do here on YouTube. Last but not least, head on over to Instagram, hit Coach Jones with a follow. That is at Coach Jones _ at Coach Jones _. Now, until next time. Peace.